Alright guys, so I debated about making this video for a little bit, but I figured I'd go ahead and make it and maybe it'll help someone else. I just want to talk about how I lost weight. I think I lost a substantial amount of weight. I've been working on my weight for about 7 months now, 7 months and a week, and I'm down 75 pounds. And I think I did it pretty easily and sustainably. I didn't do any crash diets. I didn't do any crazy anything. Uh, and I'm a truck driver for those that don't know. So I pretty much sit on my ass all day. So basically, I'm gonna start at the beginning. So when I was in high school and stuff, I was a volunteer firefighter. I did a bunch of stuff. I was pretty active. And then even when I got out of high school, I still did all right. Last time I remember weighing myself before I started driving truck, I was about 220. So I was getting up there. Obviously after high school and stuff, you start slowing down. I met my wife and just working and stuff. But anyways, so when I got my CDL and I started driving tractor trailers, when my weight really got out of control. So I think the first year after I got my CDL, I started working. I did a regional job where I would be out all week and then I'd come home for a day and a half and then I'd be out all week again. And I remember talking to my buddy and telling him I was out of the truck stop and I got some kind of spaghetti dinner or something. And he was like, "You better stop eating that stuff or you're gonna blow up." And I'm like, "No, I don't do that. I've always been skinny. That's not gonna happen to me." Well, obviously it did. So at my height, I was 285, and I'll roll in a picture of what I used to look like. And then I pretty much stayed there. So after the first year, I stayed about 285, 270, 285, and I bounced around from there. And that's just from sitting in a truck all day and not being active. Um, so I I'm sorry, like a year or two ago, I decided I was going to try to lose weight. And I lost like 10, 15 pounds, and I was all happy. And then I switched jobs, and I still drive truck, but I switched to a different carrier, and I stopped exercising. So finally, I got used to that job, and I decided back in September of last year that I was going to try to lose weight again. But again, I didn't want to do any kind of crash diets or anything. So basically, all I did was I just started getting up in the morning, like an hour and a half before I had to leave for work, 2 hours before I left for work, and I just started walking. Now, all I did was I just walked normally. First, I just did 2 miles, then I did 3 miles, then I did 4 miles, and then I was doing 5 miles every single day. And then I had bought a weighted vest on Amazon. I believe it's called Max Run or Run Max. It's a weighted vest. Looks kind of like a plate carrier. But anyways, so basically it has individual sandbags that you can put in, and mine goes from 0 to 40, and then there's like a next step up where you can get like 40 to 100, I think it is. But so I started putting, I put 15 pounds in first to start off with, and I walked with that. And then as I lost weight, I put more um, weight in. So I would put an extra 2 pounds in every time I lost 2 pounds or whatever, till I got up to 40. And it wasn't right away. I would let my knees and stuff kind of adjust. And I also worked on my diet a little bit. So I obviously, when I was driving truck, still up until last September, I'd stop at a truck stop or whatever. You're driving for 5, 6 hours at a time. I mean, I drive from Pennsylvania to Connecticut and back in one day, and you're talking, I don't even know, what is it, 5 hours up, 5 hours back, something like that. And that's a lot of driving. So I would stop and grab candy or a big bag of gummy bears or a big bag of chips, and I would sit and eat all that. So the hardest thing for me was not necessarily the exercising, was to stop doing that. And I got tired, and it was hard. But I eventually stopped snacking altogether. I don't snack at all anymore when I'm driving. Um, and I started just counting my calories, and not like obsessively. So I would look at the back of what I was eating or whatever, and I just do roundabout estimates. There's nothing, I don't measure anything. I did weigh spaghetti out, I think twice, just to give me an idea on what, like, 800 calories of spaghetti looks like. I also have a Apple Watch that I bought, and that does a great job at telling me how many calories I've expended for the day. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, the Apple Watch, it's not accurate. Well, listen, it's accurate enough, okay? Because I lost 75 pounds going off of the Apple Watch and making sure that my calories were in check with my exercise. Now, if you don't have an Apple Watch and you don't want to get one, you don't have a Fitbit and you don't want to get one, um, basically, when I very first started, just looking at my calories, I just stuck to a 2,000 calorie a day diet, and I was losing weight at just 2,000 calories. So I'd eat just 2,000 calories, and that was it. So, and then I realized I had the watch, but I didn't realize it would show you your calorie burn for the day. So once I realized that, I started looking at my calories, and sometimes I was in like a 1,400, 1,500 a day calorie deficit. So, and I was losing 10 pounds a month, and not every month. Most months it was 10 pounds. It averaged out to be about 10 pounds a month. Back in January, I quit drinking soda, and I used to drink diet soda, but I quit drinking diet soda. I quit eating out for a whole month. I didn't eat no fast food, nothing, and I lost like 15 pounds that month. Now, I've since started drinking diet soda again, and my wife and I do go out to eat every now and then. So, so like Mondays, I only get one day off, and Mondays are kind of hard and busy for me and my wife trying to prep food and stuff. So we don't necessarily cook all the time, so I'll get Subway. And I used to always get a certain sub at Subway where I looked at the calorie count, and I said, whoa, it was like $1,200 or 1,200 calories for the whole sub, for a foot long sub. So I switched it to a different sub, and it's only like 700 calories for the whole sub. And now I don't even eat a foot long. I only eat a 6-inch, and that fills me up. So, being a truck driver or being someone that works from home, there's still ways to make sure you get up and exercise every day. And that's just how you have to force yourself to exercise, because most people that work in like a warehouse or something, you're going to get the 10,000 steps a day. My wife is a manager at McDonald's, and she exercises, but not as much as I do, as I have to, because she gets her steps in every day. She actually burns the calories through the day, and if I don't force myself to in the morning, I won't burn my calories. Now, the only other thing that I bought is called a walking pad. It's basically a treadmill without the top half, and I got it for Black Friday last year for $150. And when it rains or anything, if it's real cold out, now I'll walk when it's like 25 out, but if it's below that and it's windy, I'll walk on my walking pad. And that thing has been a saving grace, because I didn't want to join a gym, I didn't want to go on a diet, I didn't want to spend money like that. I think that's kind of stupid. I don't want to do, slim fast. That stuff's not for me. And if that helps you, then that's cool, but I just wanted to do this in a way that I could sustain it, not just lose the weight but keep the weight off. And now I'm in the phase, I'm down to 210, and now I'm in the phase where I don't necessarily want to lose a ton more weight. I mean, if I do, that's cool, because obviously I'm still a little overweight, but I want to maintain where I'm at, plus or minus 5 pounds, that's fine. But anyways, so losing weight is actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It actually came off really fast. So when I started, my initial goal was 240, and then it was 220, and I never thought I'd get below 220. I didn't even think I'd get below 240. I thought it was going to take a full year to get to 240, when it didn't. I mean, it's 7 months later, and I'm down to 210. That's insane. And all I'm doing is walking and just not eating junk, not eating candy. I still eat some every now and then, but I'll look at I like the peanut butter M&Ms, and I'll look at the back and 15 or whatever it is for 100 calories, and that's all I eat. And I put the bag away, and I don't eat anymore. and that's how you kind of have to be, and you always got to kind of be on guard. But anyways, I don't want to ramble too much. I just wanted to tell you guys about how I lost weight, and actually how simple it is to lose weight. If you're interested in it, especially if you're a truck driver like me, it can be hard and it can sneak up on you. Like I said, it doesn't take long. You go from being active and somewhat overweight to sitting in a truck all day to being severely obese, like I was, is not a good place to be. And so anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And like I said, it's super easy, sustainable. You don't need a ton of money. You don't need any gym memberships. You don't need, any special diets. In fact, this should save you money because you'll be eating less and not eating out as much. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.